Hey guys, it's Dylan. So first up today, from the communication between the DMV and Tesla, this one in particular was actually from March 9th, but maybe I missed it and I'm wondering if you guys may have as well. But it says currently there are 824 vehicles in the pilot program, the FSD beta. 753 of those are employees and 71 are non-employees. Pilot participants are across 37 states with a majority of participants in California. And of course, it goes on to say by the end of the week of March 9th, 2021, Tesla will expand this pool of participants to approximately 1,600. So if they keep the ratio between employees and non-employees the same, that would mean there's only about 150 people using the FSD beta for the city streets. This number is lower to me than what I had expected, but I wanted to bring it up to see if I just missed it or if this is also new to you guys and what your expectations were in terms of the number of non-Tesla employees actually using the FSD beta. I guess personally, I just thought the ratio would be a little bit different with a higher number of non-Tesla employees, but as we know, Tesla's being super cautious with this, so I suppose it shouldn't come as that much of a surprise. Next up, Tesla raised their prices on the cars. Not a big deal. They do this all the time. This time it was $500. If you go back to April 25th with the Wayback Machine, the Model Y purchase price was $59,900 and $69,900. And today we have $51,490 and the performance stays the same. So we get a $500 increase on the long range Model Y. The Model 3 back on May 2nd, you can see $38,990, $47,990, $56,990. And today we have $39,490, $48,490, and $56,990. So we get a $500 increase on the standard range plus and the long range performance stays the same. And the Model S and X stay the same. So maybe they're raising prices this time to capture more of the discounts that are expected with the federal EV incentives coming, or it could be the really high demand right now. We really don't know, but those are two viable options. Next up, news out of Berlin. Tesla seemingly has the go-ahead for the battery factory. The area of this new building is equal to the size of 3 soccer fields, and if assumptions are correct, could eventually be home to a new battery factory. In late December 2020, Tesla filed a construction application with the Oder-Spree Construction Authority to build another large facility on an initial 300 hectares. But if we go to the actual source, RBB24 Studio Frankfurt, we can see, however, it is likely this will be the battery factory, but there are some current restrictions. As it says, Tesla is currently not allowed to use the hall in connection with the car factory that is being built next door. So for example, they couldn't store car parts in this factory just because of different permitting processes. But the news here, Tesla is allowed to build a warehouse on its construction site in Grünheide. The Oder-Spree district approved this on Thursday. And a quick one here, but I'll show you why in a second. Tesla China today, through its Weibo account, announced the company will be exhibiting the entire S3XY line at the China International Consumer Products Expo. Tesla is expected to present the refreshed Model S and X. I think this is a big deal because of this tweet from Meyer, 2 overlooked tidbits Elon gave on the Q1 call. 2,000 per week S and X production with a 2,500 per week stretch goal. The Plaid unit cost is lower than prior models, meaning the cost to produce the Plaid Model S is supposed to be lower than the previous Model S. He said he had to listen to that part 5 times to make sure. And then he says, are we going back to the heyday of the S and X program with around 100,000 per year on even better gross margins? I absolutely agree with him on this one. I think this was definitely overlooked. Once the S and X Plaid get ramped up, probably sometime in the back half of this year, we could see some really strong performance numbers, and especially when you look at the margins. And going forward, I plan to start working in more Bitcoin topics just to help educate people and stay up with the news. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in, but I personally think it's such a huge deal to not only Tesla, but the world at scale. So I think it's something that we should stay up with. This news bit in particular, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, I have a lot of respect for this guy. I'm actually going through his course. He used to teach a course at MIT on blockchain and Bitcoin. I'm going through it right now. It's really good, but he made a statement that I think is fairly absurd. We need to update and freshen our rules to ensure that while retail investors and any individual has First Amendment rights to speak and so forth, they're not misleading the public. They're not manipulating the public, manipulating the markets. Basically, he's getting at some sort of rule that's going to limit what influencers can say about investments. I personally don't see any world where you can actually enforce rules like this that basically limit what influencers can say about investments. I just think that retail investors need to learn who they can trust, who they can't. They need to stop getting investment advice from one person. They need to do their own due diligence, and it's just a problem that we're gonna have in 2021 and beyond. YouTube and Twitter and social media has a huge impact on the retail investment market. It is what it is. There's really no way that anybody's going to stop that. And there was this tweet. I've always felt that Dogecoin was, in a way, Elon's private stimulus for for the people. Elon responded a few hours ago saying that is how I feel about it, continuing the Doge pump. And honestly, I will not be surprised if Dogecoin hits $1 sometime in the near future. It honestly feels inevitable at some point. No, I do not own any, nor do I plan to buy any, but this is such an interesting case study on humanity and herd mentality, and we'll see if he mentions anything tomorrow on SNL.
So what does that mean for the price of Bitcoin? What is your projection there?
Over time, it will go up.
Yes, I got that. How high? Care to give me some kind of number here?
I think that if you look at the $500 trillion monetary planet and the $1 trillion, crypto asset fire burning in the core, you can expect that will continue to expand. It's been expanding pretty rapidly. I think it'll continue to expand as it absorbs the monetary energy of the other store of value assets. So it should slurp all of the energy out of, or large portions of the energy out of the precious metals and then out of monetary indexes and broad money equity ETFs. And so there's no reason why it shouldn't go from $1 trillion to 10 trillion to 100 trillion.
And here's why I showed you that clip, because more people need to think in terms of market cap. Right now, Bitcoin, 1 trillion market cap. Let's not talk about 100 trillion. That's like a long ways away, but let's just talk about a 10x to 10 trillion, which is the market cap of gold. So Tesla currently is a $647 billion market cap as of today. For Tesla to have a 10x performance, that would mean they're a $6 trillion company. Right now, the largest company on the face of the planet is Apple, and their market cap is only 2.1 trillion. Now, let's say that Tesla can become the world's largest company. I think that they will. Even if they become 4 trillion, that's not a 10x. And they have to accomplish a lot to earn that, the largest company on the planet, by 2 times. Now, for Bitcoin to 10x from 1 trillion to 10 trillion, a simple 10x, that seems a lot more likely and a lot easier, especially given the fact that Bitcoin can do a lot of things that regular physical gold cannot do. So in terms of 10xing value from today, what do you guys think? Is it Bitcoin or Tesla in terms of the easier path to 10x in market cap? But the good news is, even if the answer is Bitcoin with the easier path to 10x, that's still great for Tesla because Tesla owns a bunch of it, and it's going to have huge material impacts on Tesla's ability to scale faster the better that Bitcoin does, which is all part of the reason why I want to start working in Bitcoin topics into episodes. And I wanted to share a few quick things on this Bobcat project in Giga Austin. In case you missed it, Tesla is planning a new facility named Bobcat Project next to Giga Texas, according to newly filed documents with the local municipality. A site plan filed April 30th for Tesla's Bobcat project points to another industrial building rising off Harold Green Road. And this is the supposed site for this Bobcat project as of now. And if you go back to Battery Day, when they were talking about the cathode production process, you see this little building right here, at least somewhat kind of close to Texas. And then if you go to the Austin, Texas website in the actual document, it may be hard for you to see, but the description, the applicant is proposing an industrial facility with associated improvements. And an industrial facility means any land and any building or other improvement thereon which shall be maintained and utilized for the mechanical or chemical transformation of organic or inorganic substances into new products, characteristically using power-driven machines and materials handling equipment. So to me, a cathode facility could definitely fit under that umbrella. It could fit with the location, it could fit with the timing. And I wanted to share this really quick. Brian Bam shared, it's the site they will make the cathode. They just bought the company Spring Power for their cathode tech. We just talked about that. Spring plus bobbing equals Bob, and cat is for cat, like in cathode, hence Bobcat. I'm not understanding the bobbing part. Is it super obvious and I'm just missing it? Or where is he getting bobbing with regard to the Spring Power situation? If you guys know, please let me know down below. But I thought this was interesting, and really I want to know what you guys think. Is this Bobcat project going to be Tesla's cathode facility? But that's it for today. Happy Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Please like this video if you did, and a huge thank you to everybody on the next screen. Take care.